Miami Pink, an expression of Miami's spirit, capturing the city's vibrancy, culture, and diversity.
They do have the Jaguar thing. Now it's behind bars for some reason. It still looks like ass though. It's a very cacophonous design. Like it's very unpleasing to the eyes. But anyway, remember how everyone was clowning Jaguar, and I said that they need to come out with something astounding, just incredible, to warrant the kind of marketing that they were doing that frankly had nothing to do with cars at all. We were getting a fashion thing and vibrancy, and the guy was talking about diversity, and I don't know what that really has to do with the car unless they're coming out with a bunch of different cars. But I said, you know what, maybe they're drumming all of this up for just controversy and to let people talk about it. So I was biting the bullet, and I was foolishly having faith that they would come out with this epic reveal for what the car is. And I saw Disparu. If you guys haven't followed him, go follow him. He's freaking hilarious. And he and these other people were talking about these images of like AI cars. And I was so confused. I thought it was like an inside joke thing that I just wasn't getting. And yeah. Till I came here to the trailer for Jaguar or whatever the hell is they're doing. And they reveal the car, or at the very least the concept for the car. Lord of mercy, please, no. What in the world? What in the Nintendo 64 SNES trying to be futuristic when they don't have the technology to do so? Three-dimensional trying to look two-dimensional. Two-dimensional failing at being three-dimensional. Is this supposed to be? Nah, they're still carving it out. It's because it just came out of the rock. It's not finished.
What the fuck is this shit?
I'm still waiting for the reveal of the car. No way. Are you serious? I'm so confused. Clearly, people like me are not the target for this kind of marketing, and you must need to be one of those super billionaire people to buy this. Good job with that. You do you. Were they trying to copy the Tesla truck? Because that shit is ugly. I'm sorry. It may be efficient, and I appreciate the acceleration, the torque that thing has, but let's not pretend it's pretty. It's disgusting looking. It looks like somebody asked an INTJ person, hey, make something pretty. And they're like, I can't do pretty, but I can do efficient. So then you got this, then you have this guy that looks like he could be cast into a role for a father hobbit, come out and start talking about the car. And hot damn, that really is, oh my God, no way. Are you serious? Is this for Minecraft people? What is this? No. I'm still waiting for the reveal. This isn't the full story. This is just the concept. This isn't the actual. They're trying to lower our expectations through the freaking floor all the way into Satan's lap down there, past millions and millions of miles of Earth and interdimensional matter. They're whatever they're coming out with, they're like, you know what? If we have them lower their expectations, sink it, put a freaking concrete block around its ankles and drown it for eternity and leave it locked in ice like freaking Steve Captain America dude, then they'll forget. They would have been in a coma, and anything that is not this will be better than what I don't even know. I'm so curious as to what he's gonna say.
Good evening, Miami. Jaguar celebrates fearless creativity. So
that's being creative. Why do people pronounce it Jaguar? I know, like, phonetically, that's what it looks like, but maybe it's because of my country and the way that we pronounce it, but Jaguar. That's how, I don't know, Americans seem to pronounce it Jaguar. Some people pronounce it Jaguar, and all my life growing up. No, but even some Americans pronounce it that way too, Jaguar. So I don't know where this Jaguar and Jaguar is coming from. I asked my husband to spell it, and he couldn't spell it. It's probably because Singapore and he was born here. Like, I don't even get it. But whatever. Just a nitpick. Let's hear what Jerry McGovern? Goddamn, hold on. Govern, whatever. Let's hear what he has to say.
Better to launch its reimagining than here at Miami Art Week. Getting attention in today's world is not always easy, and I assume all of you and those following from around the world may have read a thing or two about the new Jaguar brand. And we're delighted to have your attention.
Okay, so this is exciting. So I'm telling you, I may still be wrong, but I do feel as though it was a way of them trying to get everyone's attention by being as ridiculous as possible. And we're like, no way, this can't be it. And now he's like, okay, see, it worked. Now that I've got y'all's attention, because this is what people talk about, because it was really ridiculous. I mean, it was so ridiculous to the point where we were wondering if it was April's Fool's, even though this wasn't in April. So I completely understand. I told everyone, I'm like, if this is a marketing tactic, it's a really good one, because now you've gotten everyone's attention, definitely, because those can't be the cars that you're selling. It just cannot be. I'm so done. I am so done. Like, those are just the concept cars. They have to. You wouldn't deign to making freaking retro Nintendo 64 version of cars. Jeez, one of my dogs are farting. Like, they always wait to come in the room to do it. Like, when I have to use the most oxygen. Yeah, I know, it stinks. You did it, dude. Why are you trying to leave? Anyway.
See, has always surrounded British creativity when it's been at its best.
Huh? Did he say controversy always follows British creativity when it's being its best? Maybe that's a British thing. I don't know. Apart from the people being overly sensitive about older British movies, like there's one called, oh my God, what is it called? My husband made me watch it. Your arm's cut off. Remember he's like, oh, it's just a scratch. Then the guy's like, a scratch? Your arm's off. And then the whole guy's arms like squirting out. I don't remember what that's. Is it Monty Python? I think it's Monty Python. I may be wrong, but I think that's one of them. And aside from it being like super offensive nowadays, which I don't find it to be, I don't really see why it would be controversial. I mean, maybe by today's standards, but I imagine back then if that was a normal way that people joked around, it wouldn't be controversial. David
Bowie, Vivienne Westwood, and architect Richard Rogers
I don't know any of those people except for David Bowie, who I was recently introduced to Major Tom. Hello, whatever to Major Tom. Husband's a big music guy, so I know that name. I don't know the others.
Some of my creative heroes. They were British trailblazers who challenged convention and had no desire to copy the norm. In the same way, when Jaguar was at its best, it threw away the car design rulebook and created E-Type and the XJS. These were objects of desire. Sir William Lyons, our founder, many years ago said, a Jaguar should be a copy of nothing. Don't be held back by the past. Be brave, be fearless, copy nothing.
All right, look, hats off to you for trying something new. And I do like his presentation. He feels and seems like somebody who maybe he's just selling the role, but he actually is a good salesman. I still think the car is ugly as fuck, though. If you have money to throw away and this means nothing to you, and you just want to have it just to say that you have it so that many years from now, when aliens or whomever comes and they're like, yo, aliens, actually there was a time when human beings were missing half their brain and they made a car that looked like SNES graphics. Well, you have that car? Yes, I have that car. It's still wrapped up in plastic. Paid a pretty penny for it, but I had to throw away millions of dollars to throw away. So here it is in my hangar, one of my many freaking hangars and biodomes of cars. Yeah, and I can imagine that person doing it just to say, you know, there's people that will buy giraffe shit off of eBay. That's a thing. That was a thing. Like, people bought it. There are people who will taste elephant shit just for, pun intended, shits and giggles. So there are people out there who would be dumb enough, brave enough to invest in things like this. I don't know if that's enough to keep your company afloat, but I guess we'll see how much you're selling the car for. What can it do?
Create new objects of desire. These were exactly the words I used to brief my creative team. Type 00 is the first physical manifestation of the new Jaguar brand that's influenced by the desire to recapture the essence of Jaguar's original creative conviction. This is a taste of things to come.
Is it now? I don't don't think anybody's coming looking at that. Could just be me. Maybe he's a guy from the future and that's what cars look like and that's a normal aesthetic for them. But like I said, we're just homely lay people who probably will never even be able to afford these overpriced cardboard cutouts unless they come installed with freaking NOS or something. I mean, I don't know. There needs to be something else. The Tesla truck sells because even though, wait, is it called a Tesla truck or Cybertruck? One of those. But it sells because it's ugly as shit, but it's also efficient and very powerful. And the marketing for it was done well. I think that if you were to just brush yourself up against it the way a cat brushes up against your leg, you're gonna come away with like 16 abrasions. Just as my opinion. I don't trust myself around something this big and sharp. Winky. But, where are its eyes? I think its eyes are that line. Ew, it looks really terrible. Like, it's just me. The wheels are nice. Otherwise, it looks like an angular oven, like those ancient toaster oven things. Ugh. And I think it's the name too. You know, Elon Musk has created and pioneered a lot of things. So I think a lot of them bought this truck based on the hype, but also because it's a prototype, not a prototype, but it's like, it's original and weird looking. And they're like, oh, it's super fast. The acceleration on this thing and it's electric, whatever. They'll buy it. Sure, why not? That's why I'm saying they need to come with something more than we're just trying to be different and brave and we're trying to be original. What are you original with? Okay, maybe that's your aesthetic for it. Most people would not go for that. What else do you have to offer?
Creative conviction. This is a taste of things to come. And those of you who know me know I don't believe in concepts unless they become a reality. Look at its jaw-dropping proportions.
Okay, that's one way you can put it. Jaw-dropping in G... Bro, okay. You know those fashion shows where people are walking down the aisle? Sorry, the catwalk. And everyone looks serious as shit. And people are wearing pools. And they're like, this is art. These clothes. It's so fucking done. Oh my god, I can't. Hold on. What are we doing? Like, what? This is fashion. I'm so confused. Because I thought... I can't. Oh my god, I can't. I think this is Bro. I don't know what to say. My words are escaping me. Maybe this is a niche thing and, you know, very arcane to the populace, but is the Jaguar for these types of people? Okay, I'm done.
That's what we mean by exuberance. Its long bonnet doesn't conform to electric vehicle design. And why should it? Look at its uncompromising modern surfaces, dramatic intersections, and flawless details.
Is he trying to trick the audience into seeing what's not there? I know beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but it feels like he's trying to gaslight people into thinking it's beautiful when it's not. If it's a model for one of those microtransaction Android phone games where the graphics are low polygon, then sure. If they had marketed it as a low polygon car, I would have been like, okay, I see what they're doing there. But bruh. Don't pretend. Don't sit there and try to gaslight us into thinking. Look at its epic detail. What details? It has none.
At our very best, we have never conformed. And this uncompromising creative approach runs from these exuberant proportions all the way through to the finest details.
So you mean to tell me that you guys chose someone to be creative and this was your best? This was your best that you could come up with. You better have something good under that bonnet, because I don't know what's going on. I just cannot. It may be creative to you, and you're trying something new. I'm all for that. That's how we get creativity. But I don't think it's fair to you or your culture to say this is your best. That's crazy. That is crazy. I'm sorry.
Exuberant proportions all the way through to the finest details. Our powerful symbols of change follow this exact principle. Each symbol has meaning. The leaper always leaping forward, never backwards. The monogram, our seal of approval, And our word mark is the future face of
Okay, aside from all of the wordsmithing, what can the car do? This might just be a concept, but he's making it seem as though this isn't very far off from the final product. So can you show us what you're not gonna show the inside of it? Does he show the inside of it? The video's almost done, but bro, come on. I think he shows the inside. Let's keep going.
Jaguar. Strike through is another symbol and the name given to the horizontal lines repeated throughout Type 00. It symbolizes Jaguar's desire to strike through convention. The strike through is at its most prominent at the rear, accentuating the vehicle's beautifully sculpted haunches. Inside, the sense of drama continues.
That's the inside of the car. Oh my god, my neck hurts. I don't know what to say. I'm so bad at this. But, the inside of the car looks worse than the outside. It feels as though somebody messed up and they lost all of the blueprints that they had for the actual car. And then the rest of the board was like, what the hell? What are we gonna do now? Well, I can draw up something. Here's something I had on some page. I don't know. And they're like, we need to do this. We're gonna get killed. Just get our salesman on it and make him sell it. Make him make people want to buy it and convince them that it's a good idea. Because holy hell, if this doesn't work, we're done. And now, or they played a bet to see if they could make an ugly car and make people think it's beautiful. I don't put it past rich people having all the time on their hands to play games like this.
Tactile and forward-thinking materials and details come together to create a feeling of occasion. Colour is another key component of our new brand. London Blue, a homage to our British heritage, while also paying tribute to our favourite E-Type. Miami Pink, a colour that is synonymous with this city, its architecture, its art, even its football team.
London and Miami are two things I never thought would go together, but alright, cool. Psych, not really. I'm still waiting for the gotcha. Maybe I'm being too hopeful or something, but this cannot be the freaking car. This can't be the freaking car.
Or should I say soccer? Clearly, our creativity doesn't conform, so why should our technology? Our new range of vehicles, unlike many others, will use a completely unique electric platform. Even with these large wheels, there is no range anxiety with an impressive 430 miles. These will be the most powerful Jaguars ever.
Okay, so let's get into talking about the technology, right? The only thing we seem to be getting so far is that the Grand Tour, I'm guessing that's one of the names of the cars, will have a WLTP range of 478 miles or 770 kilometers. But there's no word on the battery capacity to achieve that, nor on the car's mass. Charge speed would be 200 miles in 15 minutes with the right charger.
You are at Type 00. As you can probably tell from the name, it's the reset of all resets for Jaguar. This is a brand that's been around for almost 90 years.
Nobody copying from ReZero. So what I'm understanding is the car, yes, can drive, or they're saying it can drive 478 miles on a single charge, but nobody knows how big the battery is and other things to consider. That's just stuff that they're saying, but we don't actually know if they're gonna come through with that. Here's the other issue. I'm kind of skeptical about this, not like I'll be buying it, right? But they claim that they're not copying anything. And, you know, we copy no one, whatever, but they claim that they're focusing on this big, monolithic, masculine type design, which feels very similar to Tesla's approach with the Cybertruck. I feel like I'm looking at the same thing. We had the Cybertruck that broke the mold of what a truck should look like, and Jaguar seems to be trying to do the same thing because it noticed the popularity of that vehicle. And they're like, you know what, they're doing that. Let's just do that too and claim we're not copying anyone. If you're trying to be niche, just say so.
No range anxiety with an impressive 430 miles. These will be the most powerful Jaguars ever and will be capable of producing 1,000 horsepower. Jaguar has...
Was he waiting for an applause there? That was so uncomfortable. He paused for dramatic effect so people could clap and they're like, yay! And I think people are just confused. I think they're just as confused as we feel. He's trying though, bless his heart.
1,000 horsepower. Jaguar has no desire to be loved by everybody. It has already stirred emotions, and it will continue to. Some may love it now, some may love it later, and some may never love it. And that's okay, because that's what fearless creativity does. This is the original essence of Jaguar. And for me, it's been an honor to lead the creative reimagining of this great British brand. Thank you.
The way the applause came in makes me feel like there's not actually anyone there, and they have it on like a sound effect thing, because it just all came in so transiently. But you know what? Kudos to this guy, because he did a really good job with his presentation, and at least he's talking about the freaking car and not about stuff that has nothing to do with the product. The comments have me dead though. The only thing brave and fearless about this is that they left the comments enabled. This is the most colorful funeral I've ever watched. We did a Cybertruck, but gayer. Exactly! That's what I'm saying. It's just like a Cybertruck. Like, they think they're not copying anyone, but dude, you seem to be copying the Cybertruck. The Cybertruck came out and did that first. It's called 00 because of how much it will sell. Don't worry, Jaguar. No one's going to copy you. Stop. 2014. It's good to be bad. 2024. It's just bad. Bro, these comments are so good at roasting, dude. I've never seen a company attend their own funeral this fast before. Copy nothing from the Jaguar marketing team. I refuse to believe that this was real applause. Exactly, it didn't sound like real applause at all. Paid to cut AI generated. The car looks AI generated. I mean, like, I just feel as though I could go in right now to Midjourney and generate something much better. What the frick is? Wow, I get it. I'm dead. Toilet room number. Their logo looks more like a logo for a handbag. And the car, it does. Surprise out the comments open. Copy nothing. Copies the front of a Rolls Royce, headlights of a BMW, side profile of a Rolls Royce, and back of a Porsche. Alright, it only identifies with one. Tuned buyout AI fixes this. Our target audience, nobody. This is uncomfortable to watch. It's like the speaker knows the brand just died and pushes through with the script. You know what? To be fair, the speaker, the guy who's presenting the whole thing, he did a good job. He tried. You could tell he's been doing this for a while, and I almost feel bad enough for him to want to like think about buying the car, but it's not enough. They paid him because he's good at what he does, but you can only fake it so much. See the soullessness in his eyes? Wow. Oh my God. 30 years from now, kids from school will study this case of how to rebrand, come and kill a brand. Jaguar who's dead. Pink Panther called. He wants his car back. Except for the fender bottle of the Audi T's. Copy nothing, makes an ad that looks like an Apple commercial. 8 minutes of words about nothing. From Bond villain cars to Pink Panther cartoonish cars. Cartoonish, it looked like low polygonial cars. It looked like when they realized that computers could generate graphics that looked sort of 3D. That's kind of what it looks like. But like the official beer of the Jag owner, if your neighbors in New well, they know now. What's your comment? And as one of my favorite design publications puts it, it's a Barbie Cybertruck. It does, I don't know, it looks, you know, people are not, more like a miscarriage. Oh my God, they're brutal. These comments are so brutal. Oh my God. Oh dear. Well, if it's for this type of people, then the car will sell to its very niche audience. Now, these are just like AI concepts for cars. I know they look like the ordinary cars, so they probably don't want to look like ordinary cars. I particularly like this one. Of course, it has some of the older elements. Looks like a mixture of cars, but you are going to run into inspirational features, as we've seen them do, because they are copying some of the designs from other cars. It's kind of impossible not to at this point, unless you make something with angel wings and have it hovering off the ground. Any one of these cars, I know this looks like a Lambo, but like a grunge military type, that would be kind of badass, to be honest. They want to break the mold, but something along these designs I figured would look the futuristic look they're looking for, but look inspired. And I'm sorry, but the Jaguar that they showed, despite this guy trying his best, just does not look inspired to me. It looks like a pill capsule. Here are some more of these Dookie AI type designs for Jaguar, right? put in, hey, give me a cool concept of a car. And I even took Jaguar's old design and new design, threw it into the mix in Midjourney, and decided to come up with something, see what it would come up with. Everything else that this thing has come up with has been loads better than what we've gotten. One thing with these designs, I know that they bear a lot of likeness with other designs, but at least there's a bit more creativity. The AI is doing a better job at creativity than whoever was in charge of whatever the hell that turned out to be on the floor. The design that they came up with, ironically, seems way more stuck in the past than anything. What we saw looks very blocky and boxy. I don't know what they thought they were doing. Of course, copying Tesla. It's supposed to feel futuristic and innovative, but it just came off looking really boring. I don't know what they were thinking, but dude, even if this was your concept, how can you in all seriousness look at this and be like, yep, people are gonna want to buy that. Yep, we're gonna get those rich, stupid people. We're gonna tell them that there's a dot in the middle of a white canvas and it's white and you can't see it, and make them pay $2 billion for it. Watch. Everyone's gonna want this because we say it's valuable. Jesus Christ. They couldn't even get the concept right with look how the inside of the car looks. There's nothing there. Why are there toilet seats for they cannot be serious. This is an insult. Even if it's not for us laymen, it is an insult to everybody involved with their eyes having laid purchase on that trailer. They cannot be serious. I'm so dead. What do you guys think? Do you think that we're being a little too hard on them? Do you think that they actually have something up their sleeve and they know exactly what they're doing? Or do you think this company is just, I guess it's just too late for them to be saved? Maybe they'll surprise everyone. Maybe they'll come out with something truly innovative and creative and whatnot, and just all of us are gonna look really stupid. But right now, the only person that looks stupid are the people in charge of the company. I don't know what's happening, if they're trying to sabotage the company. There's always these people that come in and you're like, man, are these people actually serious? It almost seems like they're trying very hard to sabotage the company, but let's see. We never know, right? Maybe there's going to be a retro area or era or something, and people are like, damn, low polygonal games, that's the shit, man. We want a car that we're going to overpay just so that we can feel like we're in a freaking old console game from like the 80s or something. That could be a thing. Maybe people like that sort of thing. But at the very least, let the inside of the car look interesting. By the way, if you liked that Final Destination footage that was going on just now, go check out Patrick. Go check out Patrick. And I am very proud of Jaguar for entering its unnecessary lack of creativity art era. Must be a phase.
Let me spank that butt. Let me spank that butt. Let me spank that butt. Let me spank that butt.